Hello?
Hello.
Alright, so we're going to start with number 4. Yeah, start with number 4 because this is one I asked you guys to do yesterday. Then we're going to go back and do number 2. Alright, so first thing, let's talk about. It says, Ax provided sketch a slope field for given differential equation at the 12 points indicated. Now, so what is this point right here? 0, 0. So plug in 0 for x and plug in 0 for y. Okay, you're going to do the same thing for all of them, right? So you're going to get this, this, and this. So you should have zeros all along there. And then you should have a 0 here, 0 here. And then this going down, down, a little up, more up.
Okay. How many points you get?
Okay, so you get 1 point for getting all the zeros.
Oh, wait. For 0 separately is a 1 point?
Yeah, because that's the easy one.
Okay.
That should be the easy one for all of them.
Yeah.
When x is 0, the whole thing is 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, you get 1 point for that, and you get 1 point for other.
Nice. 1 free point.
Yeah. So, but it's, you have to know that you're plugging in 0 for this. So when x is 0,
Yeah.
no matter what the y is, the whole thing is going to come out to be 0.
Yeah.
And then do the other. So you get 1 point for zeros, 1 point other.
Oh, no. So it's plus 2, right?
Alright, B says, let y equals f of x be the particular solution of the differential equation with the initial condition of f of 1 equals 3. Write an equation for the line tangent to the graph of f at the point 1, 3 and use the to approximate 1.4. Alright, first, so I know I have the, oh crap. Hopefully it's not going to break it. So basically, I'm going to plug in for my dy dx, I'm going to plug in 1, 3. And that's going to give me my slope, right? So that's going to give my slope. So plug in the 1, plug in the 3, and I should get something like 1, 3 minus 1 over 4, which is 2 over 4, which is 1 over 2, right? 1/2. So we get a slope of 1/2 there. Then let's plug it into point slope because I want equation of a tangent there. So it's y minus 3 equals 1/2 quantity x minus 1. And then it's going to be y equals 1/2 x minus 1/2 plus 3. So y equals 1/2. And this is going to be what? Plus 5 halves. So I have that. So I now have an equation. And so now we're approximating for 1.4. So it's going to be y equals 1/2 1.4 plus 5 over 2. So 1.4 as a fraction is what?
1 and 4 tenths, or 1 and 2 over 5, which is 7 over 5. 3.2. 7 over 5 times 1 over 2 is going to be 7 over 10.
And 7 over 5, right?
Yeah, but like...
Okay, so 7 over 5 is what I'm looking for. So it's going to be 1/2 times 7 over 5 plus 5 over 2. Now, I say that is because fractions are easier to do than decimals. A little bit, I think they are.
They're much easier.
Yeah, they're easier than decimals, especially when you're trying to do this and this is a non-calculator part. Okay, go ahead, multiply that together. So it's going to be 7 over 10 plus 5 over 2.
So it's multiplied by 5.
Yeah, so...
25 plus 7. It's going to be 32 over 10.
And I get about, you said 32 over 10?
Yeah, which is 3.2.
3.2.
So what do you get? 24?
And this is my y of 1.4. So I have 1 point right here. I have 1 point for this equation. So this one right here is just worth 2 points.
Yeah, we got it. 1/2 x plus 5 halves.
Okay. Alright, next one. Find the particular solution, y equals f of x of the differential equation with the initial condition of f is 1, f of 1 is 3. So what that means is I need to take a, so it's going to be dy dx equals my equation, which was x, y plus minus 1 over 4. So now you get 0 points unless you separate your terms.
So we put all the y's on the left.
Yeah, so y is over here on the left, x is on this side. So I'm going to divide by y over 1 on both sides to get it over here. I'm going to multiply this by dx to get it here. So I'm going to have 1 over y minus 1 dy is equal to x over 4 dx. Now, this is separation of variables. If you do not do this basic step right here, you get 0 points out of all this. Even if you do any of it right, if you did not do that right there, 0 points. You can't get any other points beyond this. Okay, so we're separating the variables, and so now we're going to integrate, right? Integrate both sides. So this is going to be ln of y minus 1 is equal to x squared over 8 plus c.
Y over 8. Oh.
Because it goes x squared, right? And then the 2 goes down, and there's already 4 there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get that. So now the particular solution means I am going to plug in
The point.
1 for x
And 3 for y.
and 3 for y. So it's going to be ln of 2 is equal to, that's going to be 1/8. Yes, 1/8 plus c. So now c is going to be equal to ln of 2 minus 1 over 8. All right, I just moved the 1/8 to the other side, right? So I get c by, huh?
What if, like, when I was doing it, I moved the 4 on the, like, the first line when we did, I moved 4 to the left, and my...
Then you should still have a 4 on this side.
Yeah.
You should have a 4 on this side, and if you have a 4 on this side,
So
it's
if I-
still going to end up, 4 times, and so you're going to, before you ln this, or e this later on, you're going to have to deal with that 4.
Yeah.
The 4's got to go over there anyway.
But, like, well, the thing is that I get, like, even if there's 4 in the
Do you have this answer here for your C?
No, 4 ln 2
Do
minus
you-
1/2. I don't know if it's the same or not. Like, I mean, if you divide by
Hold
4,
on.
it's gonna be the same. Yeah, it should be the same. Because constant over 4 is gonna be just constant.
Put it in the calculator, check it for me, please. 4 ln 2 minus 1 over 8. Or 1 over, you said 1 over 2, right?
Yeah.
Check it. What'd you get? Use your right calculator. You keep complaining that you don't know how to use a calculator, but you won't do it when you need to.
What'd you say, mister?
Okay, you plug in this one. Get it. You don't have calculators in Estonia. Okay?
I'm not
But-
Estonian.
But seriously, you're going to need to actually learn to do this. Huh?
0.568.
0.568.
And from the one I had is 2 points. But
Is
I
it
mean,
in
I
radians?
don't know.
But
But
yeah, I know where's
but- but-
Radians or it's not going to matter. So yeah,
it's
you,
degrees, right? It's degrees. Okay.
radians not going to matter.
Oh, I don't know. But where's the mistake then if I just move the 4 to the left? I mean, it's not a mistake.
Who knows?
This happened before too.
I know.
Like the only solution
I-
I can find is that like you can divide.
And we, I know, I remember we were doing the problem like that, and it has to be like this. It has to. You can't do it any other way.
Oh, why? What's the problem with the?
Okay, you get the wrong answer.
Yeah, but why?
But it's not the wrong solution.
No, it's wrong, but it's.
No, but like the answer is
It doesn't
different, but
work.
the solution is not wrong.
No, it's answer is wrong or the solution is wrong. But we don't know where's the mistake.
I'm saying that you, like, what we could have done, probably, like, divide by 4 both sides, because the constant by 4 is going to be just constant. And then it would be the same.
Hmm? You just really keep.
Well, because like when the fireworks go off with the graduation, I thought we were getting shot at. I was on my phone and they heard gunshots and like there was just fireworks.
And what'd you get?
Oh.
What'd you get? You said you got 5 something?
0.568.
ln 2 minus 1 over 8. Yeah. We had the same problem last time. You can't do it. You have to leave the.
Okay, but how do I know on AP test which way I do?
You leave it on the right.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
Yes. But when you leave it on the right, I'm trying to actually see why.
So let's try to solve this way and we'll find the mistake.
Can I have my calculator back? Kind of jacked it. Question: do you know anybody that has an iPhone and needs iPhone earbuds? Because I found some yesterday, and I went to go grab you after 8th period. So, find someone.
I don't
that
know.
needs them.
I'm looking and I'm not seeing where it would.
I don't
Like,
know if they work.
well, like what I think is like maybe like when we have 4 before on the left side and we have to say that plus 4c and then we, but it's gonna be same constant again.
I know, but still, it's not right if you don't do it that way. So leave it right, not left. Leave it right.
Wait, how was he doing it that made it wrong?
He multiplied a 4 on this side, so he had 4 over y minus 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
And right
Okay, so we get a c value there anyway. So we get a c value, so now we have to plug it in. So we have to go through and get it to y equals. So I'm going to have the function, which is going to be ln of y minus 1 equals x squared over 8, and that's going to be plus ln of 2 minus 1 over 8.
But our last equation, which we have, is actually the same. It just multiplied by 4 everywhere.
Now, for this one right here, so I need to try and get it to be y equals, and I can get rid of my absolute value because it's going to give me positives. It's going to give me positives here. So I don't have to worry about negatives in my y's. So it's going to give me positives there. So let's go ahead and I e everything. So when I e everything here, it's going to be y minus 1 equals e to the x squared over 8 plus e to the ln 2 minus e to the 1 over 8. Now, when I e and ln, I should have 2, right? But these are all common bases, aren't they? So same bases, so this is going to be all going together. So I am actually, did I mess up that?
Do we have to?
Yes, I did mess up that. Okay, I'm not supposed to write it out like that because it's just ln of everything, e, so it's going to be plus ln of 2 minus 1 over 8. So now, when I do this, I'm actually separating it because it's a multiplication now. So let me insert a page. Okay, so it was y minus 1 equals e to the
X squared
over
over 8.
8 plus
ln 2.
ln of 2 minus 1 over 8. Now, so because of these are all my exponents, right? Because I e'd everything on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to separate it. So when I add these together, okay, when I'm adding exponents, it means I have the same base. So it would be e to the x squared over 8 times e to the ln 2 times e to the 1 over 8. So I'm separating it. So now, what is e to the ln 2?
2.
Yeah, so that's just 2. So, let me fix my ln. Okay, so that's going to be 2. So it's going to be y minus 1 equals, this is 2, e to the, now I can combine these together right here. Same denominator, right? I know, I didn't leave the minus there. Okay, so it's going to be x squared minus 1 all over 8, right? All over 8. And so now I need to go one more step down. So let's turn it into y equals. Add 1 to both sides. There we go. Yes.
So we can just leave it with ln y minus, like when was before.
It says turn it into y equals.
Wait.
Find the particular solution y equals. So I have to do that. So this right here is 1 point. Where, let me see where the other point is at. 1 point. C equals, this is 1 point. This is 2 points. And then this, when I have this separation of variables, is 1 point.
So I have another question.
Yeah.
So when we plugged in our c, we got the same equation as you did.
I think our C is right.
We just have it multiplied by 4 both sides. That's it. When we plug in our c. Here. See? It's just, if you divide both sides by 4, it's going to be the same one.
Nope. Because it doesn't give you the same answer.
No, I mean the equation would be the same if we would.
No, it's not.
Why not?
It's the same.
It's the same problem that we had up here.
No, when
It's
I
the
mean, when
same problem
plugged
we
it
had
in,
up there.
When we plugged it in, it's absolutely the same as yours when we write it on the bottom.
So you're saying that this is exactly the same.
Yeah, if I would continue writing.
But it's
it-
not. It's not the same. That's the same reason why we
I
did
wrote
not
it-
get the same answer here.
I wrote it under. You didn't look. Here, like this is the one which I get after I plug in C, and then if you divide both sides by 4, you get this, which is absolutely the same what you wrote on the bottom.
It's 4 times more.
It's just 4 times more. Like we just the same, about same, but you just both sides multiplied by 4.
Okay, so the 4 is gone from here, and that's the key thing.
Yeah, because
But the C was not right.
No, it's right, watch, because
it's gonna be the same equation.
Okay, so C is a number, right? Is there a variable there?
You
Yeah.
son of a.
No. Is C a number? C is a number. There is no variables.
so basically you're saying
C is a number.
Portable.
Is C a number?
Maybe they don't like that.
C.
This is like
I know what you're saying, but you're not getting it.
Are you mid-recording?
This right here, yes. I'm still recording. This is a number,
Hi, people.
right? This
What
is not equivalent to the other answer. And that's what the problem is. This is not equivalent to my answer, which I have for C there.
Yes.
okay, but if we will get like the equation the same.
Okay,
yeah,
okay, I'm not arguing that. Oh, no.
No, I'm just asking if we're gonna get the points if we get the right equation, but the C is not right.
Anyway,
You would be right to
Like if C is not right, we don't get a point.
here.
Yeah. And then.
And if you would have got to here, even with the C not being right, and then
Yeah.
if you would have got to here, you would have got this point
These
too.
are the same
It's just you would be missing the C value,
Okay.
the C point. Because you could actually get it wrong here, but still get more right points given your given whatever you have there, and continue it like the right steps.
So do we get point for finding? Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, you just said.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically we get like 4 out of 5.
Okay. Let's start with this. What time we get out of here?
Wait, so we
We have
got
15 minutes.
40?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so graph here. Okay, shown for y is going to be less than or equal to 11. It is known that my dy dx is here. The x coordinate p is shown here, which is 2. That's important. Write an equation for the line tangent to the graph at point P. Okay, so let's figure out what the y value is now. How do I figure out the y value? Plug it in the calculator. You have to plug it in the calculator.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, plug it in the calculator. So please do that right now.
Wait,
We're plugging in the center?
You're doing what?
Are we like, never mind.
So in your calculator, you're putting the graph of the function because you got to figure out what y is.
But we need to change it about y.
Okay, and that's what I'm talking about.
How do we?
That's what I'm talking about. We've done this before, so I need you guys actually. Okay, so I hit menu, entry, and I want relation. Okay, then why'd you say, how do I do that?
I plugged it in, but when I try, I don't know how to find y after this. I mean, like I.
Okay, so because of this, I cannot graph zeros. I cannot graph zeros. So now I have to turn it into x equals. So it's going to be an x equals square root of negative 2 plus, what's that, y? Plus 5 cosine? Cosine y. There you go. So hit graph. There we go.
wait. I'm trying to read it.
Don't know what's wrong.
So how do we find? Why is only half of it? Oh, this is good.
Yeah, because I only have half. Otherwise, I would have both sides. So if I want the other side, I would just go relation to.
It's already put on my-
Negative square root.
Yeah, it would be
I see.
I don't know.
x equals negative
Oh, 'cause just the x equals square root of everything.
negative 2 plus y plus 5. I actually don't need to do this one. Cosine y. Why do I not need to do this one right now?
Because we're finding the
Ooh.
I'm trying to find what?
equation.
Greedy.
Yeah.
Where x equals 2, right? Okay, so now I'm going to do this. Okay, from here, menu. Analyze graph. Right here's trace. This is what you want, trace graph. Or graph trace. And so I'm on trace already. Just hit the number 2.
Oh, it's putting in
And it says y equals 2. Uh-oh. So that means that I have nothing there, don't I?
But we need for x.
So watch. It's still moving, still moving. There we go. So if you notice, look at my numbers. So I'm in an area that's undefined. So keep moving this up, keep moving this up. So there we go. So now that I'm on this right here, I'm on the right part here. So I am going to, I know it's going to be somewhere right here, right? So I don't know where, but I just know it's somewhere in here. So there's another way of actually trying to do this. I'm going to hit tab again. And I'm going to say x. What is my x supposed to equal? 2. My x equals 2. So I now have a vertical line here. Now let's find the intersection of these two right here. So I clicked on both graphs. So I'm going to do a lower bound. I'm going to pull it down below it and above it. bigger, just to make your window bigger. Menu, window, settings, let's go -2 to 12. And from -2 to 12, because it's going, and your Y values go up to 11. There you go, see?
Oh, okay.
Alright, and -2. Missing something.
Almost the 5.
Yes, 5. Okay, so hit tab. 5 there. There we go, okay? Alright.
Well, but can you show me how to do intersections?
Menu and align.
No, I know, but like from where it is.
Okay, so now you got the lower bound, just move it up here, see? So move it up so you won't, because you're looking on lower bound of the Y, right? So let's hit
See, there's a
here,
difference.
select
If
it,
you're looking at
and
it
now
zero,
upper
you're
bound.
still pretty straight. If you're looking
So
at
find your intersection right there. Ah, crap. Ah.
That's at
Yeah.
4.93.
I didn't know it could do like that. I was trying to craft it all the time, but I couldn't.
It's a whole move. It finished.
Okay, so now do it again.
So from
Okay, so, go ahead. Analyze, intersection, so right there, yeah, good, right there. Here, yeah, lower bound, just somewhere below that, okay? And then,
No.
now go above it, move the little hand above it, you hit it twice.
Yeah,
Not
there
leave me
you go.
Your
alone.
face hit it.
She's being mean.
No,
Okay, this
she's
time
not.
instead of hitting the
She's
center,
hitting
hit the enter
backwards.
button.
This is never
back.
Hurt backwards.
Now upper bound, no, move your
It's
things up.
assault.
Gotcha.
See, she got me. Proceed.
I can't.
See what happens. Listen, that's your
so basically we're trying to find
So,
coordinates of each one.
okay, so I'm going
Thing
here,
words doesn't
hit enter, and scroll up a little.
the artist thing was.
I'm just hitting enter right
Is
here.
it the one that we're
Okay,
listening to?
So
Yeah,
I listened to his.
okay,
his
so
tutorial.
I think it's cause you're just a little bit too heavy on this,
okay.
and just use this to select instead of actually hitting.
So we followed the.
So I can show you that.
Okay, so now, there's a certain issue you guys have with your calculator right now. How many decimals do I need to have in AP Calculus? 3. So I want you guys. So this is changing the settings now to do that. So I'm going to go, so in here, menu, settings, and change this float to 5. 5 or more. It doesn't matter, but because you want to have so many decimals.
That's not it.
Cheap.
So you can round that.
Yeah. So you could round it and make sure it's already there.
No, let's leave it where it's at.
There we go. So look, I got enough decimals for these.
Pasha,
Yes.
what was the second thing you put in?
What do you mean?
Isn't it the same thing but with just the negative in front? The other.
Yeah, the red one is just a negative in front of the radical. All right, my Y value, 4.928. My Y value, so Y is, so right here, this is 2, 4.928, all right? So I got that, that's important, so I got my point. Now, write an equation for the tangent line. So do I already have the slope?
Yes.
I already have the slope, right?
Yeah.
So this is the derivative, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do I do with the derivative?
You
Plug in x and y. All right, let's plug in x and y. So I'm going to go right here. So let's go this, control, divide, and it's 2 times 2 over, what was it, 1 minus?
1 minus 5 sine y.
Okay, find sine
4.928.
of y, which is going to be 4.928, right?
Yes.
And make sure this is going to be in
Radian.
radian. So I'm going to hit enter, then I'm going to go back and change it real quick. Menu, alright, sorry, dock, settings, to
Radian.
radian.
Make default.
Okay, so then I just hit arrow up again. There we go. So my slope is going to be 0.67679, and this next 7 is going to make that 9 become a 10, right?
So then it's gonna be 680.
0.680. So my slope, so m is equal to 0.680, right? All right, so now let's write the equation. So it's going to be y minus,
Y minus y1.
yeah, y minus y1, which is 4.928 equals 0.6 parentheses
X
minus
x1, which is your
2. Okay. So on this right here, I think I just leave it as point slope. No, I gotta turn into y equals. So turn it into y equals.
No.
So you could just add this to the other side. So it could be just y equals 0.680 parentheses x minus 2, and then it's going to be plus 4.928. So now on this one right here, we get 1 point for this. Okay, we get 1 point for the slope. And we get 1 point for the equation. Alright, I'm trying to hurry to finish this one. Find the y-coordinate each point on the graph where the tangent line to the graph at the point is vertical. Now, crap, I'm not gonna have time to finish this. We'll finish this one tomorrow. Okay, actually I'll just start a new video anyway, so I knew I was gonna finish.